Tumbang Preso is one of the examples of traditional game. What is Tumbang Preso? Tumbang Preso knock down the prisoner, also known as Tumbalata knock down the can, or Batulata hit the can with a stone, is a traditional Filipino children's game. The game involves throwing a slipper at a can or bottle, which one player, the taya, attempts to guard. The game is usually played in backyards, parks, or in streets when there is little traffic in an area. The equipment and necessities for the game are 2 or more players, a rectangular field, a can, a pair of slippers, a chalk or any marking tool for lines and indicators. Tumbang Preso drawing. The game can only start when there are 3 or more but less than 9 players willing to play. Once the number is available, use chalk, charcoal, or directly into the dirt to mark a rectangular field. This field has to be or a ratio of 16:9. You can use the dimension of your choice in that ratio. Divide the field into 4 sections and then remove the center line. So how to play Tumbang Preso? The one to guard the tin can preso is called IT, and she is chosen by all the players throwing the pamato to the 2 line. The one who throws the farthest from the 2 line becomes the IT. The other players will then get at the back of the 2 line, and the game starts at a signal from the IT. Immediately, the milk can is knocked down, and the pamato is retrieved. The IT then starts putting up inside the circle, and the tag player becomes the new IT. In any case, the can is hit and fall outside the drawn circle, but remains to stand. Then the IT has all the rights to tag the hitter once she leaves the 2 line. The can may be kicked or knocked down underweight it is outside the circle. Supposing a hitter is unable to retrieve her pamato, the other hitters can save her by hitting the can. So how to play Tumbang Preso variation? In this version, you will discover the following changes. The players drew 2 lines on the opposite side of the circle. However, these lines are closer to the drawn circle. The hitters available are divided between the 2 opposite sides. The container is slightly flattened to make it harder to tackle. This is achieved by barely hitting the sides of the can until it folds, then carefully stepping on it. When the hitters round of throwing objects, the game translates into a chase. Players on one side will act as a bayat, while those on other side will try to kick the can. They will all do this while trying to avoid being tagged. The game is temporarily stopped the moment the preso is stapled. All the pamato are retrieved and the next round of the sports begins. Rules of the game. Tumbang Preso rules are some of the basic concepts you need to understand if you are to enjoy the game. Find below some of the rules you need to adhere to while playing the game. Players must have slippers. The slippers serve as the throwing objects that will be used to precisely hit the can. The IT and the hitter must never cross over to each other's zones unless under the following condition. If the IT will tag a player without slipper and the player throws the slipper. Every hitter must throw the slippers. If not, he or she will be the IT in the next round. In case all the players miss the preso and none of them is in the player zone with his or her slippers, the IT will take the preso 3 times. The IT will never tag a player if the can is knocked out. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.